Imagine this. You're 6 years old, full of boundless energy and a spirit that knows no limits. You're chasing your dreams, lost in a world of imagination and play, running through the kitchen, the heart of your home, where the aroma of cookies fills the air and laughter echoes through the rooms. When suddenly, without warning, the world flips upside down. One moment you're running, carefree and joyous, and the next, everything is disoriented, confusing, and terrifying. That's exactly what happened to a little boy named Liam, a bright, curious child with a world of potential ahead of him. He tumbled unexpectedly and with a jarring thud into his kitchen basement, a dark and unfamiliar space that would soon become his prison. The heavy door slammed shut, a deafening sound that echoed the finality of his situation, cutting him off from the world he knew, and in that instant, his life changed forever. The carefree days of childhood were abruptly replaced by a desperate fight for survival. He screamed for help, his small voice filled with terror and confusion, voice echoing off the cold, unforgiving stone walls, a desperate plea lost in the silence. But no one came. His cries faded into the silence of the empty house, unheard and unanswered. Days turned into weeks, then months, each one blurring into the next, marked only by the gnawing hunger and the growing despair. And finally, years. An unimaginable stretch of time lost in the darkness, forgotten by the world above. Down in that cold, damp basement, a subterranean world of shadows and silence, Liam grew up with only shadows for company. The flickering darkness became his constant companion, the silence his only confidant. He marked the passing years with scratches on the wall, each line a testament to his enduring spirit, a desperate attempt to hold on to time in a place where time seemed to stand still. Clinging to fading memories, his mother's laughter, a melody that echoed in the silence, the warmth of sunlight, a distant dream of golden rays filtering through leaves, the sound of a friend's voice, echoes of shared secrets and childhood games, whispers from a life that felt like a lifetime ago. Hope flickered, a fragile flame in the overwhelming darkness, but it never died. It was the ember that kept him alive, the belief that one day, somehow, he would be free. Meanwhile, the world above moved on, oblivious to the tragedy unfolding beneath their feet. Liam's childhood friend, George, was haunted by memories of his missing friend, a constant ache in his heart that refused to fade. As he got older, the questions lingered, the what-ifs and could-have-beens weighing heavily on his soul. Most people whispered that Liam was just a ghost from the past, a tragic tale best forgotten, a chapter closed and left behind. But George couldn't let go. The bond of childhood friendship was too strong, the memory of Liam too vivid to simply disappear. On what seemed like an ordinary afternoon, a day like any other, driven by a feeling he couldn't explain, an inexplicable pull, George returned to Liam's old house for one last goodbye, a final act of remembrance. The house was empty, silent, and filled with the ghosts of memories, dust swirling in the sunlight like forgotten dreams. But then, George heard something, a faint, desperate cry from below, a sound so subtle it could have been mistaken for the wind. His heart pounded, a drumbeat of hope and disbelief echoing in his ears. Was it the wind, a trick of the light, or just his imagination playing cruel games? He followed the sound, drawn by an invisible thread of hope, his hands trembling as he opened the basement door, each creak of the hinges a symphony of anticipation and fear. And there, after 21 long years, he found Liam. A discovery that defied all logic and reason. Grown but fragile, a shadow of the boy he once knew, his eyes wide with disbelief and hope colliding all at once, a mixture of emotions too profound for words. The friends stared at each other, across the chasm of time and despair, a moment frozen in time, full of shock and relief, a testament to the enduring power of human connection. George reached out, tears streaming down his face, a torrent of emotions released after years of searching and hoping, and for the first time in over 2 decades, Liam stepped into the light, blinking against the unfamiliar brightness, a symbol of his rebirth. This isn't just a story of survival, it's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It's about hope refusing to die, even in the face of unimaginable darkness, and the power of friendship to break through the darkest isolation, proving that no one is ever truly lost as long as someone remembers. Sometimes the world forgets, caught up in its own relentless march forward. But all it takes is one person who remembers, one unwavering heart, one persistent soul, to bring someone back into the light, proving that even the longest night can give way to dawn.